today's lesson is on annual equivalent rate, or AER. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything in this PowerPoint, so if you want to make notes, you'll need to pause it and write your notes and then restart it again. Okay, so when borrowing or lending money, it's sometimes not immediately obvious what your percentage rate is going to be and how you will make those repayments. So, in order to help you, the financial industry has set some, made it easier to compare by giving certain information. So, one, you've got APR, annual percentage rate, which is used for when you're borrowing money, and the two is AER, annual equivalent rate, is when you are saving money. Okay, you might want to make some notes on this. Pause it now. Right, annual equivalent rate. So this is quoted by your bank when your account is in credit. Okay, so you're saving money. So different banks pay interest on savings over different periods. So some may pay it monthly, some may pay interest quarterly, some may calculate interest annually. This makes it difficult to compare different bank accounts. Okay, so what would be better? 6.12% annually, but then you pay your interest monthly, or 6.25% paid annually. So what AER does is it allows us to compare different savings accounts where the interest rate is being calculated over different timescales. Okay, so this is the formula which you will get in your formula booklet when you do your core maths exam. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at this in more detail now with some particular examples. I stands for the nominal interest rate. This needs to be written as a decimal, and N stands for the number of compound periods. So, for example, if it was paid monthly, then there will be 12 compound periods over the year. So it's how many compound periods are there in the year. Okay, a little bit of a warm-up task for you to do first. So what I would like you to do is convert all these percentages into decimals. Pause the video now. Okay, and the answers to those are right. So you're looking to open a savings account and you've got three options of the following bank accounts. One is Barclays. It's got 4.2% per annum, but interest rate is calculated annually. Second is HSBC. That's 4% with an interest calculated monthly. And the third is Halifax, 3.9%. The interest is calculated weekly. Which is the best deal? Okay, start with Barclays. Well, 4.2% interest calculated annually. Well, this is the definition of AER. Okay, it wants to know what your percentage interest rate will be if it is calculated annually. So you can simply say the AER for Barclays is 4.2%. Okay, second, you got HSBC. This is 4% calculated monthly. So first of all, how many periods is this over the year? So your N is going to be 12 because there's obviously 12 months in the year. And then you also need to convert your percentage to a decimal. So I is going to be 0.04. 4% is 0.04. We then take these numbers and we're going to substitute it into our formula. So you can see the I here becomes 0.04, N is 12 down here, and N is 12 also up here. Okay, you can then tap that into your calculator, and then it works out your percentage rate as 4.07%. So the AER for HSBC is 4.07. Okay, Halifax next. So N, well, it's calculated weekly, and there are 52 weeks in the year, so N is 52 weeks. percentage. 3.9% is equal to 0.039 as a decimal, so that's I. Same formula, substituting those numbers, and you come out with an answer of 3.975%. Okay, so now going back to the question, which one's better? Barclays 4.2% AER, HSB 4.07%, and Halifax 3.97% AER. So Barclays gives you your best deal. Okay, here's an exam question. Have a go at this exam question now. Note the actual formula here is not the same as the one that I gave before. If you go back through the video, you use that formula, not this one. I'm going to go for, if you pause it now, I'll go through this in a minute or so. Okay. I can't seem to get that off, so we'll carry on with it there. Okay, so here's the question. Now I've now given you the correct formula here. So what we're going to do is going to separate my page in half. We've got Cardiff on the left and Dover on the right. So let's start with Cardiff. So our N for Cardiff, well, Cardiff is calculated every 6 months. So there's 2 lots of 6 months over the year. So N is equal to 2. I is equal to 5%. So that's 0.05. Let's do the same with Dover. So Dover is calculated daily. So it's as you told us, N is going to be equal to 365. And my I is 4.6%, 0.046. Okay, so let's grab a calculator. Now, I can simply substitute these numbers into my formula. So R is equal to 1 plus 0.05 over 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. Let's see my calculator there. Funny angle. Okay, so let's put this into my calculator. 1 plus 0.05 over 2, close the brackets, to the power of 2 minus 1. That gives you 0.050625. Okay, so that's 5.06%. 3 significant figures. So now let's do it for Dover. So it's going to be R is equal to 1 plus 0.046. Mistake there, obviously. 365 there. So that gives you R as equal to 0.04707, 4.71%. So answering the question, we can say that the AER for Cardiff is 5.06%, and for Dover 4.71%. Therefore, Cardiff is better. Okay, just going back to the PowerPoint, I've got some more practice questions for you. Okay, so if you want to take a photo of the questions, so there's the first 6. There's 4 more. Right, if you want to pause it now, and then I'll show you answers which you can check back later. Answers to the first 7. Answers to the last 3. Okay, good luck.